Eddie Murphy is one of the most iconic and versatile comedians and actors of his generation. Known for his boundary-pushing humor, distinct voice work, and remarkable ability to morph into diverse characters. Here's an overview of his life story. Edward Reagan Murphy was born on April 3, 1961, in Brooklyn, New York. His father, Charles Murphy, was a transit cop, and his mother, Lillian Murphy, was a telephone operator. Eddie's parents divorced when he was young, and he was raised primarily by his mother. Tragically, Eddie's father passed away when Eddie was just 8 years old, which had a significant impact on his early life. From an early age, Eddie showed a knack for comedy, making his mother and friends laugh. He would often perform impersonations of family members and celebrities, honing his comedic talent. Murphy's big break came in 1979 when he was just 18. He started performing stand-up comedy in New York City, initially at comedy clubs like the Improv and the Comedy Store in LA. His sharp observational humor and his ability to imitate voices quickly gained him attention. In 1980, he landed a spot on the popular NBC sketch show Saturday Night Live, SNL. He became one of the breakout stars of the series, joining during its 6th season. His characters, such as Buckwheat, Mr. Robinson, and Gumby, quickly became legendary. Eddie's talent for impersonations and character-driven humor made him an instant favorite, and he earned 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for his work on the show. Eddie Murphy's big leap into movies came in the early 1980s. In 1982, he starred in the film 48 Hours, directed by Walter Hill, where he played a wisecracking convict paired with Nick Nolte's straight-laced cop. The film was a box office success and cemented his reputation as a rising star. In 1984, Murphy starred in Beverly Hills Cop, which became one of the highest-grossing films of the year and solidified his place as a major Hollywood box office draw. Murphy played the wisecracking Detroit cop Axel Foley, a role that became one of his most beloved. It was a mix of comedy and action, a blend Murphy would perfect in later years. Beverly Hills Cop was just the start of a string of hit films for Murphy. He followed it up with Trading Places, 1983, in which he starred alongside Dan Aykroyd, and The Coming to America, 1988, in which he played multiple characters, including Prince Akeem, a wealthy African prince who travels to America to find a bride. The latter became a cultural classic, beloved for its sharp humor and heartfelt moments. The 1990s saw Eddie Murphy's career continue to flourish, though not without some bumps. He starred in more box office hits, such as The Nutty Professor, 1996, where he played multiple characters, including a nerdy professor, showing his ability to play multiple roles in one film. He also starred in Dr. Dolittle, 1998, and its sequels, where he played a doctor who could communicate with animals. Despite the success, Murphy experienced some negative press during the decade as well, particularly related to his personal life. He was involved in a publicized incident in 1997 when he was arrested for picking up a transsexual prostitute. While his personal life occasionally made headlines, his professional career remained largely unaffected. The 2000s were a mixed bag for Eddie Murphy. On the one hand, he continued to enjoy success with films like Shrek, 2001, where he voiced the character of Donkey, a role that brought him massive popularity among younger audiences and earned him a new generation of fans. However, he also faced critical missteps with films such as The Adventures of Pluto Nash, 2002, which was a box office bomb and widely considered one of the worst films of the year. Despite this, Murphy's voice work in Shrek 2, 2004, and Shrek the Third, 2007, was well received. In 2006, Murphy received critical acclaim for his role in Dreamgirls, where he portrayed the character of James Thunder Early, a fading soul singer. His performance was widely praised, earning him Golden Globe and Academy Award nominations for Best Supporting Actor. It marked one of the few times that Murphy had been taken seriously as a dramatic actor, showing a different side to his acting range. In recent years, Eddie Murphy has made some successful comebacks. In 2020, he reprised his role as Prince Akeem in Coming to America, a sequel to the 1988 classic. While it was released on streaming services due to the pandemic, it was generally well received by audiences, eager to see Murphy return to his roots. Eddie Murphy's had quite the ride when it comes to love and relationships. Back in the early 90s, he got serious with model Nicole Mitchell. They dated for a while, then got married in 1993. They had 5 kids together and were one of Hollywood's power couples for a good stretch. But after 13 years, they called it quits in 2006. Not long after that, Eddie had a brief but very public relationship with Mel B from the Spice Girls. Things got a little messy when she had a baby, and Eddie initially questioned whether he was the father. Turns out, he was. Angel is his daughter, and they've since worked things out. Then in 2008, Eddie had a short-lived relationship with producer Tracy Edmonds. They even had a wedding ceremony in Bora Bora, but it wasn't legally binding, and the relationship ended pretty quickly after they got back to the States. After a few quiet years, Eddie met Australian model Paige Butcher in 2012. They've been going strong ever since. They have 2 kids together, and in 2018 they got engaged. The two keep things pretty low-key, especially compared to his earlier relationships. His love life has definitely had its ups and downs, but these days, he seems to be in a good place. Eddie Murphy's influence on comedy and pop culture is immeasurable. He helped redefine comedy in the 1980s and 1990s. He is also known for influencing a generation of comedians, including Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Kevin Hart, many of whom have cited him as an inspiration. Eddie Murphy is undeniably a comedic legend, known for his ability to push boundaries, shape the landscape of modern comedy, and entertain audiences across generations. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Eddie Murphy. Don't forget to leave a comment below. This is Legends of Laughter. Keep watching and we'll keep creating. See you in the next video.